third video going through our worked examples. So we're going to use our Australian time zone map to actually figure out some times in Australia. The next one is going to be our world map. And again, find it on those particular pages. Really, really important to follow those. So if I'm using that map, let's have a look at Perth and Adelaide. So Perth and Adelaide on my map. So it'll be in your book. So I've got Perth, which is here, and I've got Adelaide, which is here. So the difference, so Perth is actually in Western Australian time, which is UTC plus 8, and Adelaide is UTC plus 9.5. So the difference between those is actually 1.5 hours. Now, let's have a quick check of what the question was actually asking us to do, to make sure we're getting it right. So we want to know the time. If Adelaide is this time, we want to know how much it is compared to Perth. So Adelaide is actually 1.5 different, okay? So it's actually 1.5 hours behind Adelaide. So I need to minus 1.5 hours from my original time to get 6:15 a.m. Make sure as well that you are putting in that a.m., really important. Hobart. Now, Hobart is actually half an hour again if I use this particular map, and it is half an hour ahead of Adelaide. Okay, so I need to add on 30 minutes or half an hour, so 0.5 of an hour, which will give me 8:15. Keep in mind with this type of question as well, this is 7:45 and I'm adding 30 minutes, which means I'll go past my 60 minutes, which means I will add another hour and I've got 15 minutes remaining. Okay, next one, we are going to use our world zone map. We are looking at Greenland, which is our UTC time. And it's really good, I find, particularly when you are doing world times, to actually use 24-hour time. So this is what I've done a whole lot with all the subsequent questions, and it will really, really help you to do as well. Okay, so if I have a look, I want to find it compared to Alaska. So here is my Greenwich time, and now I want to have a look at Alaska. So Alaska is all the way over here, and I actually have a number there of 9, okay? And because it is to the west of Greenwich, it is minus 9 hours. Okay, let's go back to our question and see if we can answer it from there. So again, because it's west, it's negative, so it'll be this time minus 9 hours, which gives us 6. So 6, and again, we have to have the same units. So in this, we end up with 6 a.m. And next one, we've got Kazakhstan. So again, let's have a look for Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan is actually here, and this particular one is 6. And because it's east of Greenwich, which is here, we'll actually be adding time instead of minusing it. So we're adding 6 hours to our original time. Let's see if that works. So I'm adding 6 hours of time. So again, change your starting time into 24-hour to make it easier. And you end up with 2100, and 2100 is actually 9 p.m. Next one, fair bit of information in this, but you'll get it once you can see how to break it down. So 2-hour football match starts at 1:30. Okay, so I already know that my football match is going to go from 1:30 to 3:30, and I'm going to automatically, because I know I have to deal with 24-hour time when I'm looking at different time zones, I've already made my time that it's finishing into a 24-hour time format. So, and that is in Newcastle, in New South Wales, and that's in Australia. So I've got that information. So if I want to find the time in Ireland when the match finishes, here's my finishing time. I now have to have a look and see what the difference is between where I am and also having a look at, sorry, that's a typo, that's supposed to say 11. So figuring out what time it actually is in Ireland. So I would actually do 15:30 minus 11 to actually give me 4:30. don't worry, this will be fixed up on yours. And your game finishes at 4:30 a.m. in Ireland. So one way you can think about this is you have got 10 hours here and another hour here. So a total of 11 hours. So it's behind by 11 hours. So I minus. Hopping on to the questions now. As you have there, group A or B, your teacher will give you instructions regarding that.